What's going on social media? So listen to the grabber and then hear me out. I believe the real estate market has peaked. Let me explain. So real estate is a massive multi-trillion-dollar industry, and there are a ton of measurements and metrics and statistics and numbers and measurements and all types of things. So what do I mean by peaked? I believe that we have peaked in terms of the time or the speed at which we are going under contract. So if you look at, and Florida Realtors just released data for the Florida market, if you look at the first quarter of 2022, we were going under contract. 41% of the properties went under contract in less than 7 days, or 7 days or less. Now, this compares to 2020, when 19% of the market went under contract in 7 days or less. And in fact, 41%, the same measurement that goes under contract now in 7 days, was going under contract in 30 days prior to the pandemic. So prior to the pandemic, what it would take us, or the concentration of what would go under contract in a month, is now happening, the same concentration, in just 7 days. So think about it like this. If the fastest that you can go under contract is the same day, that would be 0. Obviously, if you list a property and it goes under contract the same day, you can't get much faster than that, realistically. So 0 would be the high watermark, would be the highest, the fastest that a property can go under contract. So if you're looking at this as a chart, the top of your chart being 0, 5 days until it goes under contract would be faster than 10 days before you go under contract, which would be faster than 15 days, etc. So if 0 is our top, we are now at 7. This is for the first quarter of 2022, at a time where 2.5 months out of this quarter, remember the quarter is the first 3 months, January, February, March, 2.5 months out of these 3 months, rates were below, 30-year mortgage rates were below 4%. The second quarter, so right now, if interest rates stay flat, they make a lateral move, they don't move any higher or lower, they just stay exactly where they are, then for 2.5 months out of the second quarter, we would have rates above 5. The first quarter, 2.5 months would be below 4. The second quarter, 2.5 months would be above 5. For this reason, I do believe that we have reached a peak in the speed at which we're going to go under contract, because it is impossible that rates have risen this much and they have sustained this high for this long without it impacting the time at which stuff goes under contract. We definitely felt a frenzy when rates made their first move from 3 to 3.5, and then from 3.5 to almost 4. And I do believe that it pulled a lot of the demand forward that we should be normally expecting at this time of the year. And so what would normally be competing at this time of the year and increasing the speed at which things are going under contract now has already gone under contract, has already actually closed, and now we are not going to have the same amount of pressure. Now, this isn't the end of the world for buyers. All this means is that you're going to have an extra 5 or 10 minutes to think about your offer before the property goes under contract. And it's not yet the end of the world for sellers, because we still are at unsustainably low levels of inventory, and everything that comes to the market is still looking like the last Coke in the desert. So if you are a buyer and you'd like some knowledgeable representation, or if you are a seller and you'd like to take advantage of the lowest levels of inventory in the modern economy, do feel free to reach out. My name is Marvin. I'm a broker associate down here in Miami, Florida. You guys stay safe, take care, bye-bye.